If you're looking for a pro wrestling podcast with me, Buster Unmasked is the only podcast for you, where real pro wrestlers talk real pro wrestling and no bullshit allowed. All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked. And look, you can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook. You can catch us on X. But most important, every Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central Time, you can catch us on the Genesis TV network, on Roku, on the Fire Stick. They have a website. Look, while we're talking about Genesis, this Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Central Time, the Wrestling with Local guys, they're part of the Genesis TV family now. Check them out. Their debut episode is this Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Central Time. And like always, tonight included, every single Thursday night, 10 p.m. Central Time, Buster Unmasked on Genesis TV. Look, guys, you seen the little teaser thing? Today, it's all about Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Second show, Corning, Arkansas, this Saturday night. And look, we're not going to waste no time. We're going to get the boss man on here with us right now. Krusher.
Hey, Buster, how you doing?
Doing good, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Man, Inhumane Championship Wrestling, second time around, dude.
Man, it's blowing up. It's blowing up.
First show, man. Good crowd, good turnout, man. Good show. Talk to me just a second about how you feel the first show went for you.
The first show I thought went great. The fans were behind it all. There were a lot of new fans that have never even been to a wrestling show. And we've sold a second round of tickets to those folks. So I think all around talent was great, and the show it went off without a hitch.
Man, that was about the most people I've seen in Corning in forever, dude. Nice crowd, nice turnout for your inaugural show. And look, this show, man, we got a guest with us today. It ain't just me and you like it was last time, man.
Man.
Look, dude, we got the inaugural Inhumane Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, Bam Bam Baker, B3, with us today. And look, he's in the waiting room, but the champ told me he's got a big match coming up this Saturday night. And he had a few words that he wanted to say about this match, man. He did a little pre-record. We're going to check it out, and then we're going to get the champ on here, Krusher.
Yeah, I'm really wanting to talk to him because the way the match went down in the end, I've got some questions for him. So,
well, you're going to get a chance to ask him, dude. Let's check this video out, and then we'll get the man himself on here.
Winning the Inhumane Heavyweight Championship has solidified the fact that B3 has always been destined for greatness. I have the ability, the resilience, everything that makes a great champion. That's what separates B3 from someone like you, Devin. What makes you think you can stand across that ring from Bam Bam Baker? Your size, your strength, how good you can impress a crowd. None of those things could ever prepare you for the beating of your life. February 3rd, Devin Graves, you won't stand a chance facing B3 for this heavyweight championship. But if you decide to show up in Corning, Arkansas, Devin, know this. When you stand face to face with a god, all you can do is beg for your own mercy. Welcome to the Dark Age.
Krusher, right there. Big match this Saturday night. Main event. Look, let's don't waste no more time. The champ's down in the waiting room. Without any further ado, I bring to you the inaugural, first ever, only Inhumane Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, B3 himself, Bam Bam Baker. Champ.
How are you doing, Buster? First off, I want to say you're welcome for allowing me onto this program. And I do want to say you're welcome again for showing that promo to really get across how great I am to be the Inhumane Heavyweight Champion. For sure.
Champ, I appreciate you giving us your time, dude. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot going on. Obviously, being the Inhumane Championship Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, you got a lot of commitments you got to take care of. Look,
go ahead.
Look, champ, you're not just one champ. You're actually a double champ. So tell me about your being the New Hope champ also, man, for swag.
Absolutely. Again, you're welcome for bringing up the fact that I am a dual champion, both in Arkansas and in Tennessee, I might add. I recently won my swag New Hope Championship from Lex Spain back this January. So not only did I end 2023 as a heavyweight champion, I entered 2024 gaining a new championship and being one of not only the first and ever Inhumane Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, but also a dual champion at the same time as well, might I add.
Double champ, Krusher, man. Look.
So let's talk about that. Look, now you got me putting on the business glasses. I want to get a clear look at. I want to get a really good look at Bam Bam when I ask this. So, Brian Idol, for those that didn't get to see the match, Brian Idol won the belt, and then a crooked referee.
I'm going to stop, Krusher. You know, as the man who owns the business and that you brought me in, I respect you for that, but I'm gonna have to stop you there because we saw, and if you've seen the video as well, that my feet, whenever that count went down, my feet were under them ropes, and you know for a fact that means that match did not end the way you said it does, and it did continue.
Okay, so say your feet were under the rope, which I didn't see it, but the referee said it happened. You had Cameo out there with you to distract Brian Idol, causing you to beat him very quickly, a very quick count, I might add.
Again, I don't know who this Cameo woman is. I've never met her in my life. She claims
she's your manager.
Well, she ain't nothing more than hitting the streets. I'll tell you that much, because she kept coming out to every match on that show. I didn't give a damn if she was out there or not. And I tell you what, it didn't matter if she was up on that apron or she was in the back or across the street. I don't care, because at the end of that night, I rolled up Brian Idol and I got the 1, 2, 3 and became your Inhumane Heavyweight Champion.
And I'll give you all the props for that. You know, you and I never saw eye to eye through the years, but you are the first inaugural champion, and I'll give it to you. But and I know you asked for this match against the Van Graves, but absolutely, you have a roster full of people that are ready to take that title from you.
Krusher, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking the same thing, and that's why we got the champ on here from the start of the show. Normally, I'd save the champ to the main event, and we are going to save his matchup to the main event, because I know he's got some things he's got to say about this match and Devin Graves. But look, I was on the same page, Krusher. Everybody on this card should be gunning for B3. They should be gunning to be that Inhumane Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And I'm interested, champ, in as we going through these matches and looking at these different peoples and matchups, I'm interested in your opinion of how you think these guys would match up against you if y'all ever cross paths in the ring.
That sounds good to me. And I'll tell you this much. I don't think right now at any point, anybody on this roster, I don't think could top me at this moment. I'm at the top of my career and I don't think anyone can, but I'll tell you what, I'll be as fair and as balanced as I can. And I'll tell you my opinion on each of them to the best of my ability based on what I know of them.
Absolutely. Crusher?
Now I will tell you that I have gotten so many messages and phone calls, and so I've done some podcasts this week, and every question is about Trash Can Graham. Why didn't he get a title shot? Trash Can has blown my phone up because he feels he beat Devin Graves, and he feels he deserves a championship,
Right?
A title match. So, what are your thoughts on that?
So I'll tell you this much: me and Trash Can go back many, many years. We've both wrestled across the ring from each other, and we've been on tag teams as well. I've known him for a long time. I think he is a good man and a good wrestler. But I spoke to him recently, and we discussed about that. And I think it's at this time we have other plans in the future of professional wrestling. And that's something that later I would like to possibly discuss, but not at this moment. Me and Trash Can have had that talk, and we've discussed it, and we're just going to leave it there for now.
Fair
All
enough,
right, guys, look. Well, her name was brought up, Cameo. There's a little bit of discrepancy on is she the champ's manager? Is she Bam Bam Baker's manager? Is she not? He says no. She says yes. Look, she had a few words. She's coming back this Saturday night, and she's not alone. She's going to have a friend with her. Let's check out what Cameo had to say.
Friend, you got to come with me February 3rd to Corning, Arkansas.
Ooh, what's in Arkansas?
Inhumane Championship Wrestling.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes, it's really fun. Actually, I've scouted, and I've got new talent, and I've got them booked.
Ooh, bringing the winners in.
Yes, because some of their talent is okay, but some of it is kind of like, But anyways, I can't really let in too much, secret going on because the fans there are trash garbage. They're not even worthy of my time there. Like,
it sounds like I definitely need to come in.
I really feel like they're so broke, like they have to cash in their food stamps to buy seat tickets. It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. But I just want to let you know that I'm inviting you to come.
I'm in there like swimwear.
Because I'm definitely going to be showing out, finding me some new talent, hooking up.
Showing them who the queen is.
Yes, trying to figure out who's going to be my next champion because, yeah. But anyways, yeah, Corning, Arkansas, February 3rd.
Be there or be square.
All right, guys, Cameo. She's coming, and she's not going to be alone. Look, champ, does Cameo deserve any credit at all for you holding that Inhumane Heavyweight Championship right now?
Absolutely, positively, no. She may have, like I said, she has nothing to do with me, the things that I've done in this business, nor in that match with Brian Idol for this heavyweight championship. She can go anywhere she wants. Like I said, she can stand on any street corner she wanted. I don't care, with her little friends, all her friends. But I'll tell you this much. I won that heavyweight title on my own, and I have nothing to do with this woman at all.
You heard it right there. The champ said it, man. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Well, look, guys, I'm fixing to start pulling these graphics up, and let's start going over this big card, Krusher. It's this Saturday night, Corning, Arkansas. What time's bell time, dude? And
bell time is 7 o'clock, no later, no sooner, 7 o'clock. If you're not there, too bad. You're going to miss it. Because we will start at 7 o'clock.
All right, guys. The only two matches I'm gonna save for the end is obviously the main event. The champ is the main event, so that's gonna be our last match. And I got one other one. I'm gonna pull these up. They're in no particular order. I don't know how they're gonna be placed on the card, but let's start with this ladies match, y'all. Let's talk about this here. Right here, y'all. You got this. Go ahead, Krusher.
No, that's one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this match because both of these ladies are on the come up. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
Yeah, this should be a good match. Look, one of these ladies, Charlie Pierce, actually had a few words about this coming up Saturday night. Y'all want to take a listen to what she had to say before we really get into breaking this match down? Maybe get some predictions?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, y'all, let's check it out.
Hi, my name is Charlie. That was really annoying. I used to do that a lot, you know? Anyways, Ari, on February 3rd. Oh. My sweet little lovable Ari. See, it's gonna be 2 hits. Me hitting you, you hitting the freaking ground, and then 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, I'm winner! Woohoo! You got nothing on me, sweetheart. You're the queen of German suplex. I'm the queen of every ring I step into. Pierce the void, bitch.
All right, Krusher, Charlie Pierce. She's not short for confidence. That's damn sure, man. Talk to me about this matchup and these two ladies, and tell me how this match came about.
So Charlie Pierce got a hold of me and said that she wanted to fight. She wanted to just, she's ready to beat somebody up. She's angry. She's kind of salty about, how she's been treated through the years. So I asked her, who do you want? Who do you want to fight? And she said, Ari Alexander. She said she's an annoying little prissy girl that she just wants to tear up. So I got a hold of Ari and she was available that night, and the rest is history. They're ready.
Well, let me ask you this, Krusher. Do these two ladies have any previous history in the ring, or do they just not like each other?
They have history in the ring. They've worked each other before. So there's history there. So
Champ?
I'm not too familiar with, how deep it goes, but yeah, they have wrestled each other before.
Bam Bam, I want to get your opinion of this match. You give us your perspective of this ladies match here.
Right. So this is actually one of the few matches on the card I'm actually really excited to see. Looking at it, I've known Charlie Pierce some. I've been in the locker rooms with her. And I've seen a lot of that attitude, a lot of that, as you said, that confidence. And I can appreciate that quite a lot coming from me as well. You have to have confidence and back up what you say you're going to do. And I do appreciate, what she said was that she's just going to kick her ass and send her down. And I can appreciate that a lot. Ari, I don't think to my knowledge, I've met her in a locker room. So this will be the first time I'll get the chance to meet her. I've seen some of her clips. I have seen, as a man myself who loves a good German suplex, I'll give her credit on that. I've seen her German suplexes as well, but I think this is going to be a very good match. And I'm leaning, me personally, I'm leaning towards Charlie for coming out on the victory on this one.
All right, Krusher, we got the champ's prediction. He's going for Charlie Pierce. Who you got, man?
I want to say Ari. I don't know as much about her as I do Charlie, so I'm kind of rooting for the underdog on this one.
I got to admit, guys, this is a tough one. I don't know a whole lot about either of these ladies. I've seen a little bit of their work. I'm going with Charlie too, man. I like her attitude. I like her confidence, man. I'm going with Charlie Pierce on this one, guys. You outvoted, Krusher. It looks like Charlie Pierce is going to take this match, man.
2-1. Damn. That's always my luck.
We always say that Krusher don't have the best decision making anyway, so we'll see how that goes.
No, apparently. I mean, I'll let you come into
it doesn't really matter.
Championship.
All right, guys. Look, Big Mike says he's the best commentator in the world. He says, hey, what's up, Big Buster? Old man and paper champion. Big Mike.
Oh, man.
Champ, what do you got to say about that? I know you know who this guy is, and man, he's calling you out right here on the show, dude.
All I have to say is who? I don't know. So it doesn't really matter. So
I mean, he called Buster an old man. So
see, I thought that was you, Krusher. He said, "What's up, Buster and old man?"
Oh, and I missed the and.
There you go.
I thought he said Buster old man.
It's in the details, Krusher. It's all in the details, dude. Well, look, talk to me about winning the match, your first match in the very first inaugural show, Bam Bam. Talk to me about what it was like to go in there and walk out the only Inhumane heavyweight champion in history. Very first.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that we forget that Krusher doesn't like to mention with my name is that I am the first Inhumane heavyweight champion. Looking back on that night, I was told about Brian Idol. I was told about, his acolytes, him working with the NWA, traveling across overseas. And, I wanted to take the chance to show that it doesn't matter how far that you've gone, what companies you've worked for, that you have to run into new challengers and have to fight to win every single one of them. And on that night, I proved to everyone, unlike Krusher, who did not believe me, I'm pretty sure I can see it in his eyes a lot, that he didn't think I stood a chance of beating Brian Idol that night.
I honestly didn't.
See, and that's something that I've always had a problem with you, is that you called me up and I'm pretty sure you thought this will just be an easy win for Brian Idol, not a problem at all. And I did what I always tell people I do, that people won't believe me, is that I go into that ring and I show that I'm one of the best professional wrestlers in this area that you have ever seen. And I proved that back in December when I won the Inhumane Heavyweight Championship. And I continue to hold that championship into the next show because of that. And I wish that you, Krusher, of all people, the one that brought me into this company, could see that. But I hope that at this upcoming show that I can show you for sure that I am one of the best and I deserve to hold this title.
So let me just say this. The match before the ending, before the controversial stuff at the end, that was a very good match.
Damn right I was in it.
Bam Bam and myself have never seen eye to eye. I don't think we've ever been one-on-one in any company, but Bam Bam and I have never seen eye to eye. But I will hand it to you. You pulled the win out. I didn't think you could. I'll be the first to admit that I didn't think you were going to be able to do it. But I stand here today calling you the very first inaugural heavyweight champion of the Inhumane Championship Wrestling. So I will give you that. And I am looking forward to your match this Saturday.
Good. And you're welcome.
Here's the thing, guys. Whether you like each other or you don't, you guys are intertwined for life now. Krusher, you own Inhumane Championship Wrestling. It's your company. It's your baby. And he's the first ever champion. You two guys are going to be linked in history from here on out when it comes to Inhumane Championship Wrestling.
And I have learned real quick that I have to let my true feelings stay to the back, and I have to, be a businessman. And he is the first champion, and I will give him that. But you know what they say about the first champion? There's always going to be a second. And Devin Graves this weekend, you might have your number.
Well, I'll tell you this much, Krusher, and so I'll talk about Devin later. That's a whole nother issue.
That's a
I'll
whole
tell you this much, that while I am the first and only Inhumane Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, I'm going to continue to be the heavyweight champion. Because you see, as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, welcome to the dark age of professional wrestling. And it starts with the inhumane heavyweight champion, Bam Bam Baker.
There it is, Krusher. You heard it. Look, guys, we're going to move on, man. I'm going to pull this next graphic up, and we're going to talk about this matchup and get some predictions on it, too. All right, guys, this is an elimination scramble match. Krusher, I'm going to let you take the lead on this. You tell us who all's in this match and what it's for and what it's about.
Okay, so this match, and I was informed yesterday that Alistair Payne will not be in this match. He won't make it to the show. So I have about 2 more surprise competitors for this match that's going to enter. So what this is about, and Bam Bam might want to listen to this very close. So 2 men will enter the match. They'll start the match. Every 2 minutes, someone else will enter the match until all the wrestlers are in the match. And then it's elimination style by pinfall or submission only. The twist in this match is, say you draw number 2 and you have 4 people get in the match and you pin somebody, that match is over. So the rest of the guys can't even wrestle in the match. So if there's a pinfall before everyone's out there, the match is over. And those guys just get screwed out of it. They don't even get a chance.
I actually like that, Krusher. I think I like that. I like that twist on it, man. I really do. I think that's cool.
I thought that would be a good little twist. And I mean, if you draw number 6 or 7, you might screw yourself out of it. So you want to get a earlier number. And the winner of the match gets a future title shot against Bam Bam Baker at any time they choose.
Now, that's something we haven't discussed, Krusher. What are you talking about?
We haven't discussed it because I've decided I don't really need to talk to you about it. You know, it's going to be the way I say. Mr. Authority is letting you know now. You could be signing autographs or taking pictures, and the person that wins could come out and say, you know what? I know it's intermission. I want my title shot now. And you have to get in the ring and defend your title.
I'm pretty sure that's not something we have signed off on. That is something that I don't agree with at all. That is not acceptable. Krusher.
And that's the way it is. The winner of this gets a title shot at any time. It could, they could call me up and say, I want my title defense now. And we will drive to your house, drag you out in the front yard, and you have to defend the title.
Oh, so this is anytime, anywhere goes.
This is anytime, anywhere that they choose.
You know what? We'll go through in a minute and see who all these people are, because I'd like to find out, because I don't think any of them could stand a chance to meet me in any situation, whether it be in that wrestling ring or in a parking lot or at a Walmart. I don't give a damn. I'm going to keep defending this heavyweight championship, and I don't give a damn of what you think about it either.
Krusher, he's not the only one that's seems to be a little ticked off at you. Look, your guy, your man Brimstone had a few words, and I get the feeling, man, Brimstone's not real happy with Krusher Koloff. Let's check out what Brimstone had to say, and then when we come back, let's get a few predictions on this match.
No. You did this. You did this, Krushy. You did this. No bats, no barbecue. And now you're going to put me in a scramble. What is that? Like eggs? February 3rd, I'm coming. You got a madman coming. And now you have me.
Krusher Koloff,
you're wanting to give a man like that a title shot potentially against me? Look how crazy-eyed he is.
I mean, if he wins this match, that's the way it is. And, you know, Brimstone. So apparently he got hit with a bat at the last show. This barbecue man, one of our sponsors, apparently smacked him with a bat. And I mean, I didn't see it, but I don't know what he's talking about. But he is adamant there was a bat. You know, there's a sign at the entrance that says no bats, no knives, no guns, no. And apparently there was a bat. And apparently he's not too happy with me. And he won't talk to me. He hasn't talked to me since the show.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I know you guys, y'all usually thick as thieves, but like I said, when I seen this, I felt like Brimstone he took it a little personal, Krusher.
He hasn't reached out to me. I've reached out to him, and I get the finger emojis. So, you know, that's all he does. So he
ain't like it ain't deserved.
He's holding some resentment.
All right, guys, it's prediction time on this match. First of all, before we get into these predictions, Bam Bam, just take us through how you're processing what Krusher just told you. Whichever one of these guys wins this match pretty much has a free shot at you anytime, anywhere, any place, man. How are you processing that?
You know, this is something that, you know, of course, Krusher would wait to the last second to spring something like this on me. You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised you're getting finger emojis from a lot of the wrestlers at this point, the way you've been acting. But I'll tell you this much. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the people on this poster. I don't have to worry about someone like Alistair Payne. He's out. He knew that he couldn't take me on. He left. Looking at some of the other ones, I've beaten at least all these at some point, I'm pretty sure. Brimstone, being as crazy as he is, I know that he may get lost somewhere, even if he wanted to fight me in a parking lot somewhere, as crazy and dementia as he is. But I'll tell you this much, it doesn't really matter, because whoever is able to come out on top in that match, they may think they're the top in that match. But that's different when you stand across the ring from the Inhumane Heavyweight Champion, Bam Bam Baker, one that they cannot stand up against, and they never could. So they may get that shot right now, but they're soon going to realize they never could box with me.
All right, champ, look, it's time. If you had to choose one of these guys to face, who would it be? Who do you think's going to win this, and who would you like to win this?
You know what? Looking at it, I see that young man, Dwayne Cashman. I don't think he's ever been out here at Inhumane. I think this is his first show. I've heard a little bit about him. He's got a little bit of an ego, a little bit of an attitude. And you know what? If he shows up, wins it, and he can keep up that confidence, I might be willing to have that shot with him. But we'll talk about that, Krusher, for sure. Because that's...
All right.
Oh, we'll talk. We'll talk.
All right, Krusher, he's going with Cashman. Who you got, dude?
I hate to say that I agree with Bam Bam Baker, but Cashman is the guy that I was considering, you know, when I considered him in the match. He's the guy that I looked at and said, if anybody could take the belt from Bam Bam, he would be the one.
So that's your thought process, that it couldn't be a good competitive match or a good title defense. It's just taking the belt off me. This is going back to the way that you've always treated me. You never respected me, never treated me like a real man, as a real professional wrestler. And I keep showing you, I'm holding your title right now. I don't know what else I can do to prove to you that I do deserve to be a champion.
Give me a fair match where nobody's involved, where there's not a crooked referee. Give me the best you have against the best the event has on Saturday night, and you will earn my respect.
That is on everyone around in that arena, because I will give you one of the best professional wrestling matches for this title. And that is up to anyone else if they want to invade or not. That's on them, not me. I can defend this title on my own every time.
All right, guys. Both of you guys went with Cashman. I'm going to be honest with you on this one. I'm going with Danny Ice. He's got Lindsey Wild out there with him at ringside. I just feel like this dude's number is coming up. I feel like he's due a streak somewhere, man. And I just feel like Saturday night, Danny Ice is going to take this match.
He's a good pick too. Yeah.
So you'll pick Danny Ice. He has Lindsay out there with him. That's not a problem at all. But then when somebody just shows up that I have nothing to do with, that's the problem. I see what's going on. I don't think it really matters in that situation who's around that ring. I'm still going with Cashman.
Cashman it is for the champ. You chose Cashman. I'm going with Danny Ice. I guess we'll have to wait till Saturday night to see. Look, we got a comment from Joseph Earl Dawson. He says, hello, Buster and Inhumane Championship Wrestling. What's up, Joseph, dude? I'm glad you're back.
Why didn't you send me a hello? You send the company and you see Buster, but you don't say hello to your heavyweight champion, Bam Bam Baker?
He's calling you out, Joseph. The champ's calling you out, Joseph. He says you should have acknowledged him. All right, guys.
I've always been talking about with Krusher. No respect.
Seems to be a thing with you, Krusher. You got Brimstone pissed off at you. Your inaugural heavyweight champion's pissed off at you. I feel like I'm going to be pissed.
Mad at me.
Dude, I feel like before this podcast is over, I'm going to be pissed off at you about something, man.
You'll have good enough reason for sure.
Well, look, let's move right on along because we got 2 matches at the last. We got the main event with the champ we got to go through, and then we got a match before that I'm saving. Let's look at this next matchup. This is a tag team match, guys. Krusher, you take the lead on this one and tell us a little bit about this matchup and how you put it together and why you put it together.
Now, the Essence, I don't know much about. I know they wrestle over around Paris, Tennessee, and other places. I don't know much about them. And that's why I took the chance on them. I'm intrigued by them. So I want to see what they can do against the likes of Trash Can, who, as mad as Trash Can is at me because I didn't give him a title shot this time, Trash Can knows his stuff. Jeremy is just a beast in the ring. So why not put them together against this young up-and-coming tag team and see what they can do?
Right. Well, look, guys, before we really get into it and kind of pick it apart a little bit and make some predictions, Trash Can actually had a few words about Saturday night. Let's see what Trash Can had to say, Krusher.
Back in December, the Can made his long-awaited return to the ring in Arkansas for Inhumane Championship Wrestling. And I fought hard to make this comeback. I lost weight. I lifted weights. I did what I'm supposed to do. And I fought a hell of a match. So why don't I have a title shot at the next show? Why does Devin Graves have one when I beat him down? It's been like this for years. People want to hold the Can down. And it's hard because I know I'm better than all of those guys. Things have been getting real bad for me lately. I planned on coming to Arkansas and the fans loving me and cheering my name. And instead I was met with boos. I'm the Can, baby! Well, these hands are going to smack some people right in their mouth when I come back to Arkansas in February. See, they done messed up. They done messed up and put me in the ring with the Ronin, Jeremy Travis, one of my good friends, a badass. And I've got to face the Essence. And young man, I know you guys are fast and quick and agile and you do all these cool things. But you're not only facing the Ronin, Jeremy Travis, an amazing athlete, one of the best wrestlers in the world, you're facing a pissed off Trash Can Graham. So when I come back to Arkansas, February 3rd, oh, baby, you know things are about to get dark. You know it's time to take out the trash.
Look here, Krusher. Not quite the same Trash Can Graham we got on the first show. Not quite as funny, not quite as entertaining, a little more serious demeanor about him. And look, I'm feeling like everybody on this card is gunning for the champion right there. I get that feeling. Everybody, every single person on this card has got their eyes set on B3.
I mean, right now he's the measuring stick in Inhumane Wrestling.
Damn right I am.
You know, he's the guy they want. And I don't get Bam Bam. I say Bam Bam. I don't get you either. But I don't get Trash Can at all because the fans loved him. Nobody booed him. You know, they loved him. The kids were cheering for him. And I think it all stems from him feeling like I screwed him over because I didn't give him a title shot. And I don't get it. I don't get it. I guess that's what I get from going from wrestler to a promoter. Everyone's still, you know, resentful and mad, but I do what's best for business.
Krusher, it's the heat spot. I just had this conversation with another guy 2 nights ago. If you're a promoter or a booker, I mean, it's the heat spot in the wrestling business, man. Here's the thing. You're either the promoter that everybody needs to work for and wants to work for, so you can pretty well do whatever you want to do, or you're everybody else and you got heat. The thing about being a promoter everybody needs and wants to work for, they can have all the heat in the world with you, but most of them never going to show it because they want to work for you, need to. Man, being a booker and promoter is the heat spot in the wrestling business.
Dang.
So, champion, talk to me about this tag team matchup. Obviously, Trash Can Graham wants a shot at you. And look, Jeremy Travis, I've seen Jeremy Travis live a lot of times. Hell of a fucking talent in the ring, dude.
One
hell of a wrestler.
Of a talent. One hell of a talent.
I honestly, I don't know anything at all about the Essence whatsoever. I'd never even heard of these guys until I seen this flyer. So I guess let's get some predictions from y'all. Krusher, let's start with you this time on this tag match. Who do you think's gonna pull this out?
I want to say Trash Can and Jeremy just because I know Jeremy is he's always angry. I mean, it doesn't matter what show, where you're at, where you see him in the store. You know, you could be walking down the street and Jeremy Travis has a chip on his shoulder. He's mad all the time. And Trash Can is being as mad as he is. I'm kind of going for them. I think they're going to pull the win out.
I'll give my prediction next this time. We'll let the champ give his the last one. I'm with you on this one, Krusher. Mainly, I don't really know anything about the Essence, so I don't know. It's kind of harsh to even pick for me in this one because I know nothing about these guys, but I do know about Jeremy Travis. I know a little bit about Trash Can Graham from the last show, and I'm with you on this one. I just feel like the experience on Trash Can and Travis's side is going to win this match for him.
Yeah, I believe. I mean, that's my prediction. Trash Can and Jeremy Travis.
Champ, what's your thoughts?
So, you know, going by what Krusher said about, you know, Trash Can's last match and that triple threat, not getting booed and getting cheered. I think, you know, as being a wrestler before, I think he got hit too many times in the head and you're not thinking clearly. Because I watched that match, obviously, for obvious reasons with whoever was in that match, that Trash Can was getting booed and you did nothing about that. And I don't blame him at all for being as pissed as he is with that crowd and with you as well. And like I mentioned before, I know he was wanting this he wanted a championship match at the next show. And I did talk to him, me and Trash Can. If it was long, both Trash Can and Jeremy, we all go very far back. You see, we were all trained by the same person, Brandon Thunderbolt Walker down in Kentucky. I know these guys for 10, 15 years at this point. And I can tell you this, that I've talked to them. I understand where Trash Can and Jeremy is coming from. and we are on good terms. And I can tell you this, that I have fought the Essence before. Actually, I fought the Essence alongside Jeremy Travis, and we kicked their asses all over the place. They may be able to jump around. They may be able to do high-flying stuff. They may be able to do some of the nicer things that you see that impress a crowd. But I'll tell you this much, at the end of the night on February 3rd, nothing is going to stop Trash Can Graham and Jeremy Travis from destroying the Essence. And I'll tell you this much, I am bringing in a new dark age within professional wrestling, and guys like Trash Can Graham and Jeremy Travis, these are the kind of guys that I could see being part of that.
All right, guys, it's unanimous. All three of us chose Travis and Trash Can. I guess
there's something that Bam Bam said that I can't believe. You said you watched the match.
Absolutely.
And I know for a fact that you were in the bathroom staring in the mirror and flexing during that whole match. So you didn't see any of that match because you were too busy looking at yourself.
I would ask this.
You know what the crowd did?
I would ask this, and if that was true, then why are you watching me pose in the mirror, big man? Why aren't you watching the show? Why aren't you watching the show, watching the matches that you were putting on? This is the thing. No. This is the thing that we have a problem with, Krusher. You'll say these things, you'll joke around, but when it comes down to the limit, you won't put up. You won't show that you care about things like that. And that's why it comes to people like me that have to come into this business and show you time and time again why I deserve to be champion. And I showed you at the last show, and I'm going to show you at the next one. This is why we always have problems, Krusher. You don't take people like me seriously.
And as you can see, when he talks, crap just comes out.
Because I'm pissed off dealing with
crap just comes out.
Look, Krusher, I have to admit, man, I'm with him on one question. Why are you watching the dudes flex and stuff, man?
Hey, I walked in to grab a bag, and he's just there. Look at me, I'm sexy. I've got muscle. I mean, when you walk into that, I had to turn around and walk out. So I know for a fact the man was not paying attention to Trash Can's match.
Yeah, whatever. And I'll tell you this much, you probably were even more jealous when I was posing after the show with this title. Your title, by the way.
Now, I'll be honest with you, I was a little salty with you because I didn't think you won it fair. That's why I want to see a fair match.
And that's why we always have problems, because you never see how great I really am.
I want you to prove to me that you are great, because I don't see it yet.
Already done it once, and I'll do it again. February 3rd.
Man, you guys are going to be going back and forth for years and years, man. You're always going to be intertwined in Inhumane Championship Wrestling history, man.
And my problem with Bam Bam is he is too uptight. You know, relax a little bit. Laugh. Calm down. It's not that serious.
Oh, just relax. When you try to be one of the best professional wrestlers you have ever seen, there is no relaxing. Haven't you seen the previous things I've put up? I train 6-7 days a week. I put in the work. What do? You write some numbers. You tell some boys who to wrestle. What else does that matter? I am the one that is putting butts in seats for your company. I'm the one that's selling tickets at the front door. I'm the one that gets people to come back to see me keep this Inhumane Championship around my waist.
And I'll tell you
that's my problem with you.
And here's something. It is serious. When you're the heavyweight champion of any company, it's serious, because the company's on your shoulders. It's on your back. And every single person in that company, whether they admit it to you or not, they're eyeing you. They want your spot. They want that bed. They want your spot because they want what comes with it. So I will say, I'm with the champ on that one, man. When you're the heavyweight champion, you have got to be serious. This is a serious business, and you have to take it serious if you want to be at the very top of it.
Now, I have had a lot of talent message me and call me that they want a title shot against you. So and you know, he's a very serious person, but you need to learn to relax a little bit. It's okay. You're the champion. Enjoy it. Just, enjoy it. Just be the champ. Enjoy it, and just calm down. I mean, everybody does want your spot, and eventually somebody's going to take your spot. And then what are you going to do after they take your spot?
It ain't going to ever happen. As I said before, I train every day to keep this championship around my waist. Ain't no one ever going to be taking this title away from me. If anyone wants a shot, they're going to get in the back of the line and work their ass up, just like I did for the last 10 plus years. And I'll tell you this much, Krusher. I think you should start to put that respect towards me as well.
You show me a fair match and you will earn my respect, because I haven't seen a fair match from you at all.
Then you need to get better security, and you need to deal with that, because I'm the one that's putting butts in seats, putting on a great professional wrestling match. Anyone else that's interfering, it's not my problem. That's your problem, not mine. So do your job.
You heard it, Krusher. Do your job, man. Treat the champ like he's supposed to be treated, man. That's what he said. Look, guys, we're going to move on to the next match. And speak of somebody that I know pretty well, hell of a talented dude in the ring, man. Let's get this graphic up here. Robert Murray, man, Mr. Personality. I know damn well in the back of his mind, champ, he's got that belt in his eyes, dude. I know he does. Let's talk about this matchup, man. Krusher, you take us through this matchup, because I'm going to tell you something. This is one of the, in my opinion, this is one of the matchups that has the possibility of stealing the whole show.
So, and Bam Bam won't like that I say this because it's all about Bam Bam, but Mr. Personality, Robert Murray, is the most underrated talent in the area. He deserves shots that he hasn't been given.
Right.
And originally this match was Suplex Cyclone Kurt Gannon against someone else. They had to back out. So I got a hold of Robert Murray, because in my eyes, he deserves a shot. He deserves to show that he can go against a guy like, an OVW guy like Kurt Gannon.
Right. Well, look, Robert actually had a few words about this coming Saturday night. Let's take a look at what Robert had to say, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about this match, and obviously we'll get some predictions on it.
February 3rd, 2024. Mr. Personality comes to Inhumane Championship Wrestling. Now, as many of you know, down here in Tennessee, Cashman, my partner, we're Midian. But on that night, February 3rd, I step in that ring one-on-one with the Suplex Cyclone. I've saw your matches on YouTube. I've looked you up. Once the match was announced, there's no butterflies. There's no doubt in my mind that I know what I gotta do. So go ahead, suplex me. Suplex me from pillar to post all night. Do what you gotta do. But the thing that most people don't have is heart. And a lot of people, they don't like me because I got that. They don't like me because I don't care for them. And those moron fans that's about to be cheering your name and screaming and hoping that you're going to win, they're going to be upset and disappointed. Because Mr. Cyclone, Mr. Personality is coming for you. See you the 3rd.
Krusher, I agree with you 100% on this dude right here. Highly underrated, man. I've watched this dude live time after time, man. He is super talented in the wrestling ring. He's got charisma. He can talk. And I feel like we're going to see some big things starting to come for Robert Murray here in the not too distant future, Krusher.
I believe so. And like he said, you know, he's a tag team partner to Dwayne Cashman. They're Midian together.
Right.
But this show, I wanted to showcase them separately. I wanted to see what they could do when they're not a tag team, you know, because Robert Murray does have some talent. He's just not been given that push that he deserves.
Right.
And you can't sleep on Kurt Gannon. I mean, the man he's the beast.
Right. All right, Bam Bam. Either one of these two dudes could be coming for your heavyweight title, man. Give me your thoughts on this matchup and these two guys as maybe future challengers for you, man.
So I can't believe I'm going to have to agree with Krusher at least once tonight. You know, I see both of these guys as tremendous talent. Kurt's been around, and his name, Suplex Cyclone, it isn't just a name. It's real deal. He will suplex you all over the ring. And I know for a fact, as someone who, as I have done, suplexing people all around, I can appreciate that quite a lot. But Mr. Personality, Robert Murray, is, and I'll be as fair as I can be because I know that he's wanting a shot at my title, but I'll tell you this much, guys. That man is one hell of a talent. I've wrestled him on multiple occasions, both in tag teams and singles. And I think he is one of the, as you guys put it, one of the most underrated talents, at least in this area. Memphis, Tennessee, and Arkansas soon to be. I would say that for me, I would say my favorite match, my best match of 2023 last year was against Robert Murray. That's how much he impressed me when I wrestled with him. Looking at this match, I think, and going by what Robert said, you know, I see the confidence, I see the heart that he has behind those eyes. Part of me knows, because I've beaten him before, I know that he couldn't ever stand up and take this title away from me. But I can tell you this much, looking at this match, I'm pretty sure without a shadow of a doubt, Robert Murray's going over.
You heard it. Champ says
See,
Robert
we
Murray.
can get along.
That's about it. I feel at least a little disgusted that I have to agree with you on that. Like I said, I'll be fair and balanced when I have to. But Robert Murray is one hell of a talent, an underrated gem in the area. And I think if anyone deserves a chance to face me for this title, may not win, obvious reasons, because I still will be the champion if he did. But I think if there's one person on this card that deserves a shot at a heavyweight championship, it's Robert Murray.
All right, Krusher. Who you got?
I've got Robert Murray on this one. Because as Bam Bam said, and I am agreeing with Bam Bam, you can see the fire and the passion that he has just in the promo. Like, he's ready.
Right.
He's coming for a fight.
Guys, I think this is another clean sweep. Obviously, I'm going with my hometown guy, Robert Murray. Look, I think he understands that this would be a real nice notch in his belt to beat this guy. And I don't think he's going to look past that point. I don't think he's going to overlook it. I think he's going to come in, and probably we may see the best Robert Murray we've ever seen.
Absolutely. I think the same thing. I will say to Robert Murray, you're going to have to. I know you have heart, you have passion, but you got to back that up. You got to go in there and keep that fire burning. I know he's been through a lot. We've had matches together, and he challenged me in a lot of ways that I haven't been challenged in quite some time. Like I said, it's probably my favorite match that I had with him in 2023. But if he wants a shot at this Inhumane Heavyweight Championship, he's going to have to bring 110% to this match, and then he's going to have to bring 200% to face me if he ever wants a chance at this title.
Krusher Koloff, man, I think that would be one hell of a marquee main event match somewhere down the line. Rob Murray, Mr. Personality, versus B3, Bam Bam Baker.
I hear you. I agree.
I can see the names and lights, dude, man. I think that'd be a hell of a matchup.
Man.
All right, guys.
Starting.
Joseph Earl Dawson is back, and he says, Inhumane Championship Wrestling, do you have a YouTube channel?
We do have a YouTube channel. Just type in Inhumane Championship Wrestling and you'll be able to find us.
There you go, Joseph. Just type
I like
it
how
in
that
and you should find them.
I like how that Punk never addressed, ever mentioning me. Again, same dude. This is the problem I've been talking about constantly. No respect.
Joseph, you done pissed the champ off, man. You
These
need
people.
to acknowledge him. All right, guys, look. We down to 2 matchups. 2. Let me get this graphic pulled up for the semi-main event. I guess I know Bam Bam Baker's the main event. So let's pull this graphic up, man. Madman Pondo. Dude, talk to me about Pondo, Krusher. You know Pondo real well. This dude he's a legend, man, around here. He's a legend in the wrestling business, period, dude. He's a deathmatch champion. Man, Pondo's been there, done that, man. Talk to me about Pondo.
What can I say about Pondo? Pondo is a badass. And to me, he's one of the nicest dudes out there. He's done everything you can think of in the business. He's been to Japan 47 times. He's won titles over in Japan. And I mean, he's Juggalo Championship Wrestling. He's their main guy. And he's done it all. He's been everywhere. And we're glad to have him.
And at the end of the day, he's fucking crazy.
Oh,
let's just go. Look, let's just go on and lay it out there. I've got a little piece of footage. It's about 3 minutes long. And I ain't going to describe it. Let's just play it. And let's let people see a little bit about Madman Pondo and the lengths he's willing to go in this wrestling business.
Winning the Inhumane.
I'm
more than welcome to play that. And
I'm speechless.
I'm speechless.
We
too.
have a King of the Deathmatch champion up here, and a guy who went to the finals up here, and both of them are speechless.
The bells rang. Why don't they just go back to the locker rooms?
They want a winner. There was no winner with Jim Fannin stopping the match. Pondo and Bailey battling it out on the top of this scaffold.
18 feet in the air.
18 feet in the air. Standing up over 20 feet in the air.
Oh, no.
Pondo's hooking Bailey for a suplex. There's no way that he's going to suplex him off this thing.
No way he's going to do a superplex.
No way in hell. Impossible.
Ring the bell.
Pondo going for a superplex.
Oh!
Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
That's got to be it.
That's got to be it. That's got to be it. A superplex from 20 feet in the air into a net of barbed wire by Madman Pondo. But that takes out the flesh of both of these wrestlers. It hurt Pondo just as much as it hurt JC Bailey.
Wow, the match was over.
The match was over, but they wanted to see a winner. Nobody has won yet. This is decided by pinfall. Referee of record, Mickey, is inside the ring, but neither man able to go for a cover. They're just trying to be freed of the barbed wire right now. We have ring attendants, security guards, wrestlers, fans trying to see if these guys are all right. Everyone appreciative of their effort, of their determination for doing this.
Just cleared out and everything.
All right, guys. Like I said, fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Talk to me about Pondo. Look, champ. Pondo's another guy out there. I'm sure Pondo would love to be the Inhumane Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. What's your thoughts on a possible matchup with Madman Pondo somewhere down the line?
I'll tell you this much. I consider myself a badass, but I'll give Madman this. He is 10 times of a badass than I could probably ever be. That's just seeing things like that. I've seen what he does. Absolute respect. But at the same time, if he wants to step into the ring with me for this heavyweight championship match, there ain't going to be no flying off scaffolds. There isn't going to be any barbed wire. There's not going to be any saw blades that he's going to try to scrape by on me. No, I'm willing to have a wrestling match with him, but we'll see how that would go. But again, yep, that's Madman Pondo. That's all I can say.
All right, Krusher Koloff, before you get started on Pondo and we get to talking about this matchup, because I'm interested in this matchup. Pondo actually had a few words he sent in. Let's see what Pondo had to say, and then we'll start discussing this match and breaking it down.
You think I'm a lunatic? You think I'm crazy? No, I'm a madman. And I'm about to show each and every one of you at Humane Championship Wrestling just what kind of madman I am. No matter who they put in front of me, I hope you're ready. I hope you know the meaning of I use weapons. Because guess what? I use weapons. Get ready, because I'm coming.
All right, Krusher, he said it. I use weapons. Is T-Dog Dolliver ready for this matchup?
You know, I hope so. When he says he uses weapons, he has used that baseball bat with the saw blade. He's used it on me. I can guarantee you it will cut the crap out of you. He'll hit you with his stop sign. I mean, the man, if something's close, if there's a knife close, he will make sure you feel it. I mean, the man is crazy. And when I thought about putting this match together and who I could put with him, T-Dog Dolliver come to mind. You know, T-Dog is young up-and-comer. He's had his matches with Danny Ice and different ones. And I want to see what T-Dog can do, because T-Dog will hit, and he'll hit you hard, and he doesn't play around. So I wanted to see what he could do against Madman Pondo, you know, someone of that stature. So he better be ready.
Dude, you throwed him in the hottest spot in the fire, dude. I'll be honest with you. I like T-Dog, man, and I think there's potential with T-Dog. Is he ready for this matchup? I just do not know, man. Pondo's got so much experience, such a vast experience in the wrestling business that, man, and then you take into consideration who Pondo is and what he does. Like he said, I use weapons. I don't know that T-Dog's ever been in a match quite like he's going to be in this Saturday night with Pondo. Champ, give us your thoughts on this matchup and who you think is going to take this match.
So I know T-Dog is quite young in the business. I believe it's been about 2.5 years that he's been around. I've seen him grow, you know, from someone who didn't have as much confidence in himself. And this is something I've told him, me personally, backstage, that you need to have more confidence in yourself. I've seen him actually get that confidence in the last year or so. I've seen him pulling out new moves. I saw him the other few shows ago just splash the crap out of someone, finish the match right then and there. I can see the potential in T-Dog. And I think, you know, if he can keep weapons from Madman, I think he might have somewhat of a shot. But at the same time, this is an absolute legend in Madman Pondo. And man, as y'all said, and it's absolutely true, man, he's wrestled all over the world, went to Japan multiple times, death match champion, an absolute legend. And I think I think Krusher, I think he may have made a mistake putting T-Dog with Madman, because I think that in the end, Madman has both the experience, the craziness, and the ability to overcome T-Dog in this match. I don't think T-Dog has at this moment. I think he still has some to go. I think he's not ready for Madman.
All right, Krusher, it's on you, man. Who you
So I want to go back to something that the champ said about Pondo. he would wrestle him in a straight match. But it is Inhumane Championship Wrestling, and if he ever requested a hardcore match against our champion, there's going to be barbed wire and there's going to be some bad stuff.
We don't have time to get into the legalities of it, but I would say you need to go look at the contract that we had wrote up, because I think you'll find something quite interesting.
Oh, I rewrote it.
You can't. I'm going to get my one here. You can't be doing stuff like that. This is why we have problems, Krusher. You just go and do things.
I rewrote it, and your name is back on. I mean, your name's on it where you signed it.
You know, for damn well, my agent and my lawyer will be in contact at that point, because
I'm
not putting up with your nonsense anymore. I'm telling you that much. I keep telling you this.
So let me give my prediction for this. T-Dog is coming to my house tomorrow night. He's going to spend the night, and we're going to read him his last. We're going to give him his last rites tomorrow night. We're going to sit around and we're going to have some church tomorrow night and get him prepared for this match. He is nervous, but at the same time, he has something to prove. That being said, Pondo is a legend. I mean, he's a living legend, and he's beaten more people than he's lost against. So,
right,
I've got to go. I've got to go with Madman Pondo.
Yeah, guys, I don't think it's any question who I'm going with on this one. I'm going with Pondo too. I just feel like I'm like the champ. I don't feel like T-Dog's got the experience, the tenure. And man, who knows if T-Dog's ever even been in a situation like Pondo's going to put him in, man. When you get in there with Pondo, you really never know what's going to happen.
Never know which version you'll get.
Here's the thing, too, bringing up what the champ said about wrestling Pondo in a straight match. Most people don't realize it, but Pondo can wrestle. He don't have to do the things he does. He does those things because that's what he loves and he likes doing. He likes that. He likes the death match.
He loves the pain. He loves the pain.
But he can wrestle. He can get in there without all that, and he can wrestle. So I think, obviously I'm going with Pondo, man, and I would love to see this Bam Bam Baker Madman Pondo matchup somewhere down the line.
With hardcore in it.
Again, we're going to have to talk about that, Krusher. Again, I'll get the agent and I'll get the lawyer. You know their number, and I'll be talking to you.
I mean, we'll have to discuss this.
You're springing things in my contract. You've rewritten things that I don't agree with completely. So,
oh, you signed it though. You signed it.
No, I signed my agreement that my agent and my lawyer gave me. You, on the other hand, forging things. Obviously, it's not a good thing. So,
me?
You know what? You're a man that likes to peek on me in the bathroom, so that's I can't trust you.
Oh, Krusher, man, come on, man. Are you?
I think he might actually like me as a champion.
I mean, we can discuss that.
Oh, now you want to, and off camera. Gotcha. All right.
All right, it looks like you guys are going to be tied up with lawyers and in court before it's over. Look, Krusher, Alicia Wayne says, hi, Krusher. Alicia, we appreciate you watching.
How's it going, Alicia?
Why didn't you say hi to me?
They don't like you. Hello, Alicia. How are you?
I've been on this podcast for over an hour now, and I haven't gotten one single like from anyone.
I mean, you did. Big Mike said hi to you.
Who?
Big Mike,
Never heard
the announcer for Swag Wrestling.
Never heard
he said hi to you.
I'm beginning to think it may be a conspiracy, man. Nobody's acknowledged the champ except us.
Absolutely. It's a damn travesty. I'm pretty sure Krusher, I wouldn't trust him at this point from what he's I'm learning new things on this podcast right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got people lined up to just ignore me at this point.
Hey, look, Krusher's known for that Don King contract. He got that blank contract. He just wants you to sign, and he'll fill the rest of the shit in later. Exactly.
Yeah, we're having to talk after this.
All right, guys, it is time. It's time. It's time for the main event matchup. It's a 2 out of 3 falls matchup, guys. And I know everybody has got a little something to say about this match. Champ, I'm going to let you kick it off because you're in this match. You're defending your title against Devin Graves, 2 out of 3 falls. Talk to me about this matchup Saturday night.
So, yeah, I know Krusher had mentioned something about me asking for this match. I think he's gotten that way up in his head somewhere. Like I said, I think he's been hit too many times because I told you that I would challenge anyone that you wanted me to take on. And you just so happened to have put Devin Graves in that spot. And I know I sent you that. Thank you for mentioning me. Thank you, whatever your name is, Alicia. Finally, someone acknowledged me. But I'll tell you this, Krusher, I told you that I put anyone in there with me, I will defend this title, and I will defeat anyone that is in my way. And you put Devin Graves in there. And I'll tell you this, Krusher, and you saw in the promo, I asked this, why is he in this match with me? What has he done to face the great B3, Bam Bam Baker, for this, your Inhumane Heavyweight Championship? Tell me that, Krusher, because I've been confused for quite some time of why he's in this match with me.
I mean, look at the man. Look at what he's done. Look at Devin Graves is a man that wants a shot, which everybody wants a shot. But I've seen you work this man in swag wrestling, and I've seen him take you to the limit. So that's why you're running scared. That's why you don't want this 2 out of 3 falls.
Now you're putting
and while
words.
we're at it,
I know
let's
you're putting
just say
words
one
in.
of the falls are. So you got worried right there. You got worried that I was going to change it. I'm not.
So is this just a straight 2 out of 3 fall match? No
It's a straight 2 out of 3 falls, but you saw the look that he gave when I said
you're putting words in my mouth. Krusher, let your champion speak. It doesn't matter if it's a 2 out of 3 falls match, a submission match, a ladder match, a cage match. It doesn't matter. At the end of the night, I'm walking out of Corning, Arkansas as the Inhumane Heavyweight Champion. The reason I bring it up, I may have wrestled Devin Graves before, but if you recall correctly, the match that I did watch, you may not believe me that I did watch. I watched that triple threat match at the last show. Devin Graves, he didn't win his match. You know who did win that match? Trash Can Graham won that match. And I don't blame him one damn bit for being as pissed as he is at you. Hell, I'm pissed at you just having to deal with you right now. So I'll tell you this much. I didn't understand why you put him in this match. I get he has the strength. He's a big old man. He can do amazing things. You've seen it in that match. I've seen it multiple times. He can do moonsaults and impress a crowd like crazy, as big of a man he is. But I tell you this much. At the end of the night on February 3rd, it didn't matter if it was Devin Graves or Madman Pondo or Dwayne Cashman or Robert Murray. I am always going to be the Inhumane Heavyweight Champion.
All right, that was the champ's prediction. We knew how he was going to go, Krusher. I'm going to go next, and we're going to save you for last on this one. Guys, man, obviously, champ's very first title defense, man, it's a big deal. Even bigger that it's 2 out of 3 falls. Even bigger, the opponent. This guy is a big guy, and I had no idea that you guys actually had some history. I thought this was a fresh matchup. You guys had never touched. Now I'm kind of interested. I'm a little more interested than I already was, knowing that you guys have been matched up before. Man, like I said, Devin's a big guy. He's powerful. He's strong. But the champ's the champ. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, you have to beat the champion. You have to pin his shoulders, 1, 2, 3, make him submit to take that belt 2 out of 3 falls. Here's the thing. Here's where I think it really goes into the champ's favor in this 2 out of 3 falls match, because being a big guy myself, I feel like every minute it goes longer than the last minute. Every minute that passes, it's in the champ's favor. I know how it is to be a big guy. You really need to pace yourself in there. And 2 out of 3 falls. Look, guys, this thing could, I mean, really, it could go on for 60, 90 minutes. Who knows, Krusher? Is there a time limit to this matchup?
There's not a time limit. It's just
go.
2 out of 3 falls.
There you go. So the longer it goes, it favors the champion. I'm going with B3 on this one. I'm going with the champion, guys.
Yeah, Krusher, you heard that, didn't you? Didn't feel too good to know that your little pet project, you putting me in a 2 out of 3 falls match against the biggest man that you could find, isn't going to work out the way you think it is. I agree with Buster. That is part of the game plan. I don't want to give everything away. Obviously, I know Devin Graves is probably going to watch this.
I'm sure you have something.
Absolutely. As I told you,
some way to cheat.
You're again putting words in my mouth. I never said anything about cheating. I'll tell you this much. I train every day. I look over my matches. I've watched Devin Graves' matches. If you've seen what I put together and what I said earlier this week, I've seen multiple matches of his. I know what he can do. And hell, I've been in a match with him just in the past 2 months. My first time ever facing him. I know what he can do. I've seen what he can do. And I agree, Buster. One of the things he has difficulty in is we're going to see how much stamina he has, because he may be a big man. And I know to keep away from a big man early in a match. But I tell you what, as that match goes on and Devin Graves keeps sucking that wind and he can't get up, his legs are queasy, he can't hold it together, he's going to see that Bam Bam Baker isn't someone you take lightly. He is the Inhumane heavyweight champion for a reason. And you will see that at the end of February 3rd when I am still the champion.
There it is, man. That's a mouthful. The champ said it all. He said he's going to retain 100%. Krusher, are you rethinking this 2 out of 3 fall match now? Does it give you something to think about? Maybe you actually booked this match in the champion's favor.
So I haven't given my prediction yet. And B3 might be interested in what my prediction is with this match. If you can give it an honest, straight up match, to me, Devin is a hell of a talent. He's a big guy. It pains me to say it, but you are our champion. You are the Inhumane champion. You are the top guy. And I've got to, in this match, 2 out of 3 falls, I got to give it to Bam.
Surprising,
I know it. Only in a straight match. Now, if you've got some cheating thing in your head and you've got some other way to win, then you're not going to win. It's going to be Devin. But if you keep it straight 100%, I got to go with Bam.
I'll tell you this much. You keep your security in check, keep it tight. Don't let anybody run out there. I'll show you how clean of a victory I can put over Devin Graves. And I'll tell you this much. I'm going to go ahead and put it down, the bet down. It's going to be 2-0, 2 straight victories over Devin Graves. And I can do it. And I'll prove it to you, and I'll prove it to anyone in that crowd or online or anyone in this wrestling business that I am the wrestling champion. I am the best professional wrestler in this area. I'm one of the best professional wrestlers that you will ever see. And I am going to keep being the best and only Inhumane heavyweight champion. There's a reason, because I'm dealing with you, Krusher. There's a reason I keep telling you that when I won this title, that it was going to be a new dark age in this world of professional wrestling. And that starts February 3rd.
Bold prediction, y'all. Bold predictions. 2 straight falls. The champ's done called it. says he's going 2 straight falls over Devin Graves. Guys, I've had a blast, man. This big show is Saturday night, Corning, Arkansas. A huge card. You've seen the matchups. If you're anywhere around Corning, go to NU Main Championship Wrestling. Krusher, I want you to stay with me a second, champ. I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you so much for giving us your time and your thoughts and your perspectives on this whole card and this whole show, dude. And me personally, I wish you all the luck in the world this Saturday night.
Thank you, Buster. You're welcome for having me on your show. I know that Krusher here can be a little bit boring, a little bit tasteless at sometimes with the crowd, but I tell you this much. If you ever want me back on, you know this championship is going to be on the podcast with you because I am going to remain the heavyweight champion.
Oh, without a doubt, man. I see you coming back.
So don't let him go, because I've got one thing to say to Ben.
Okay.
When you show up Saturday night, leave your ring rats at home. Leave them at home. Don't bring them to the show this time, because the last show, 3 guys caught something just walking by a girl. So keep your ringies at home. Don't bring them.
Then I would suggest you tell the front security to keep Cameo and whatever her friend is away from the building, because I don't want anything to do with them, and I never did. Also, you can follow me on my Facebook at facebook.com/RealBamBamBaker. I'm not going to let you have the last word, Krusher. So, bye.
Thank you, champ. You have a great night.
Goodbye. I'm having the last word.
All right, Krusher, look.
Oh, that guy.
Look, man, it took a while, but you finally acknowledged the champion, man. Time the end of the show. It took all the way to the end, but
man, it is so hard because he's so arrogant. But the man can work. He can work.
Right.
He's hell of a talent. But man, he's so arrogant. You know, and I see me in him years ago. You know, he was me when I was younger. And it don't get you anywhere. You know, it really doesn't get you anywhere. But
I don't know, Krusher. Look at Ric Flair. Ric Flair's an arrogant guy, dude.
That's true.
Look at Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was an arrogant dude when he was young, and he grabbed that brass ring, dude. Look, Krusher. Before we get out of here, once again, tell everybody where this show's going to be. Tell everybody what time it's going to start. Tell everybody what time the doors are going to open and what ticket prices are, my man.
So the show will be in Corning, Arkansas this Saturday, February the 3rd. It will be at the MB Ainley Community Center. And the tickets are just $10. $10 to enjoy all the matches that you've seen in this last hour and a half. That's a really good price. Family-oriented show. And, you know, we want to entertain. Right. And we have concession. You know, there'll be chili, there'll be chips and drinks, and we have a sponsor. So if you buy a ticket at the door that night, our sponsor is Harold's Barbecue in Corning, Arkansas. He wrote on the back of 20 tickets, giving away free food, free drinks, you know, free meals. And if you get one of those tickets, you just take it to Harold's Barbecue and get you a free meal.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So that's a cool thing our sponsors are doing.
Right, that's cool. Krusher, awesome show, man. I appreciate you guys for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me and our champion. You know, I have to figure out a way to get along with him. You know, the business side.
Man, like I said, you're in the heat spot, Krusher. You are in the hot seat,
I'm in the hot seat. So, but look, I do appreciate you for having us on, because, you know, without guys like you helping us out and get the word out, you know, it would be hard to get a crowd. So I appreciate you.
Dude, I hope y'all have a great show. I hope y'all have even more fans than you had last time. It's good for Corning, Arkansas. It's good for Arkansas wrestling, period. Inhumane Championship Wrestling this Saturday night, Corning, Arkansas. Ticket prices are $10. Do not miss this show. Krusher, once again, thank you for coming on, and you have a great night, my friend.
Thank you for having me. You have a great night.
All right, y'all, you heard it right there. Inhumane Championship Wrestling this Saturday night. Corning, Arkansas. Ticket prices, $10. If you're anywhere around there, go check out this show, man. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be some awesome action. And, hey, you might even get a ticket with some free food on it. Look, guys, starting this Sunday night, I got 4 shows this coming week. But this Sunday night, Buster Unmasked, 7 p.m., Becoming Jet Hero. Do not miss that show. Look, Tuesday night, February 6th, the Tri-Star Wrestling guys are back. I got Big Mike Jablonski. I got the ring announcer extraordinaire, Pat Dooley. And just added to the show, the new era, Tavon Jordan. This is a show you do not want to miss. It's at 7 p.m. Look, Wednesday night, February 7th, this Wednesday, 7 p.m., I've got the authentic Ray Ivy. This guy's a second-generation wrestler. He's got over 20 years experience in the wrestling business, and he's a mainstay at the Wrestling with Pride promotions. That's a show you do not want to miss whatsoever. And then, guys, Thursday, February 8th. Look, my guest this on February 8th on Buster Unmasked, this guy's a teacher. He's a hell of an artist. And he is a professional ring announcer, Alan Pounds. We're going to talk to Alan about everything. We're going to talk to him about being a teacher. We're going to talk to him about his art, and we're going to show some of his art. Really cool stuff. He can draw his ass off. And we're going to talk to him about pro wrestling, man. Like I said, 4 shows this coming week. Buster Unmasked all week long, 7 p.m. Guys, do not miss this show. Do not miss any of these shows, and do not miss Krusher, Koloff, and Inhumane Championship Wrestling this Saturday night in Corning, Arkansas. Guys, I appreciate everybody who watched. Appreciate everybody who commented, interacted. This Sunday night, Buster Unmasked, 7 p.m., Becoming the Jet Hero. Don't miss it. If you're looking for a pro wrestling podcast with teeth, Buster Unmasked is the only podcast for you, where real pro wrestlers talk real pro wrestling and no bullshit.